Hey, what's going on, guys? Alfa here, and welcome back to a brand new season of my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager here for round number 1 at the Australian Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous episode, the ending of Season 5, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, because it's a brand new era for the Alfa Romeo Career Mode. We've got a whole new driver lineup, potentially a very different kind of car to the one we've had in the last 2 years, and it's going to be a much bigger challenge this year. The last 2 years, you know, we've won the Constructors twice in a row now. Our job security is very secure. I think we're going to have a much harder time at keeping that very secure this year. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a tough one. But, you know, it's not only just because of what we've done. Also, the regulations this year are going to be interesting. We've got, I think, longer races on average. We've got shorter qualifyings, however. And we've also got less tyres to choose from, which, obviously, at the moment, I thought that's a good thing. Because I feel like we've always been great at tyre wear against the AI. And even the games thought that, because the rules, it was in favour of me. It said it was going to be a good thing for my team. But also, you just never know. You know, maybe the AI step it up. Maybe if our car's worse this year, the tyre wear won't be there. So, you know, we've only got 9 dry tyres to choose from for the entirety of the weekend. So, it's going to be a struggle. But before we get into anything, we have to build our car. Obviously, if you don't know already, the driver lineup now is the Iceman himself, Kimi Raikkonen, alongside the youngster, well, not youngster, really. He's 27 now, so he's not even young. He's kind of getting towards his peak of his career. He's 4 stars, to be fair. So, you know, we left GIOVINAZZI in Season 1, I think it was, wasn't it? And we had Leclerc for pretty much the entire series. He's been the only staple in our team, and we've watched him grow. But to be honest, in the background, GIOVINAZZI's silently also grown, and he's only just a little bit worse than Leclerc, actually, in terms of actual overall star rating. I think in certain departments, he might not be amazing here and there. You can see his focus is lacking. Hopefully something we can get up there and improve upon. But again, we have this dynamic of the older, experienced guy, but you can see Kimi there, obviously 41 now, you know, 1 little star over, 4 and a bit little stars, GIOVINAZZI just under. You know, they're actually going to be pretty close maybe, but, you know, I felt like it would be a lot more relevant to have Raikkonen in the Alfa Romeo team now, since in real life he's going to Alfa Romeo Sauber. Obviously, if you're unfamiliar with the series, in this mod fantasy kind of career mode, Alfa Romeo and Sauber are 2 separate teams. I think we'll actually show you what the teams are looking like so far then. So for us, we've got GIOVINAZZI Raikkonen. We also signed Mick Schumacher as a reserve driver. I know that's going to be very popular with some of you guys, because some of you guys have been saying I should sign Schumacher for ages now. I just never bothered because he's not that great. But as a reserve driver, may as well have him in there. You never know, if one of these guys gets injured, we can use Mick there, and it'd be cool to have the young Schumacher in the car. But let's go through then. So we've got GIOVINAZZI Raikkonen as our 2 main drivers. We've got the same staff, same mechanics. You know, nothing needs to change there. We've got a marketability of only 71% though, so we're down the marketability from last year. So getting those, you know, uber amazing sponsors may be a little bit difficult. You know, Tag Heuer is going away this season, AT&T and Puma, and also TW Steel. All these sponsors will have to go away. But anyway, let's go through the different drivers for each team. So Alfa Romeo, obviously we know. Force India, we still got Sergio Perez and Kevin Magnussen, it looks like there. Obviously, there's still some time till pre-season, so, you know, these might change. So I'll have to try and recheck maybe to see if anything's changed. But for now, Grosjean and Massa at Haas. We've got Manor, who have been promoted back into Formula 1 with Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward. We got Ferrucci in there, and Rowlands. Okay, then. I sincerely hope they do rubbish just because of this chap. We've got McLaren, Gary Paffett, and Kramer, which is a very weak lineup. Very, very weak lineup. And Zach Brown is in trouble, and Edgar Boulier is uneasy. I don't blame him. That's not looking like a great team. Mercedes, they've got Yanni and Nico Rosberg there. Verline moves down to a reserve role. I think he remains in a reserve role. They've lost the services of Dan Ricciardo, but they've gained back Rosberg, I guess, and Yanni wasn't too bad last season, to be fair. Red Bull Racing have Valtteri Bottas and Carlos Sainz still from last season. They have the reserve driver of Assure there. Still got Newey. Actually, if I remember correctly, didn't some people move around? Yeah, the Ferrari lead designer now is at McLaren, so that's interesting to see. They haven't really improved, even though with a great engineer behind their back. Mercedes lost Paddy Lowe, I think, or whoever it was. I can't remember, because I think obviously because this was based off an older mod. Obviously, I think Paddy Lowe was still at Mercedes, but Newey's still there at Red Bull though. Renault, they've got Kobayashi and Hulkenberg still. Sorokin as reserve driver. Sauber have got James Allison, so they've nicked him from somewhere. I can't remember. I think to be honest, I think he was at Mercedes. In the mod before. They've still got the services of Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. That's a really hot prospect. Remember, Vettel got that brilliant 5th place last year. Where did they actually finish in last year's championship? They finished in 8th place ahead of Williams and Haas. So fair play. They did pretty, and also McLaren and Toyota, of course. So Sauber did pretty damn well, actually. They didn't get a win or a podium, but they got a 5th place there with Vettel. So, that's fair enough. As we move through then... Ferrari have got Leclerc. Obviously, we talked about that last episode. Essentially, almost like a straight swap between Alfa Romeo, the kind of quote-unquote junior Italian team, and the senior one. They get Leclerc, we get Giovinazzi. Just worked out like that. I got Giovinazzi, I just dumped Leclerc, and then Ferrari snapped him up straight away, of course. Ocon's still there alongside him. And then we've got Toro Rosso with Lance Stroll, Hartley, Gillel, and then we've got Williams with Hamilton still, Lynn, so they've kept Hamilton. I don't know where Dan Ricciardo's actually gone then, because we're getting to F2 now, so if I go to scouting, has Ricciardo actually lost a seat? Has he not got a seat anymore? Danny Ricciardo, no! Ricciardo has gone to WC. He's gone to LMP1 to drive for Porsche, and I'm pretty sure Porsche have Fernando Alonso as well, don't they? No, they don't. Okay, where's Alonso driving now? Where is Alonso these days? No, he's in, he's there. He's there. So, Alonso and Ricciardo now are teammates at Porsche and LMP1. That's really, really cool and odd to see. But it's really cool to see the organic movement of all these drivers. But anyway, we're going to quickly move in. You might have seen briefly what our car looked like there in the workings. But we're going to briefly cut back to, a few weeks ago in-game to when I designed our car on a very limited budget. And let's see what I come up with. So getting into the car design then, we have 19.9 million added on to this tally that we squirreled away, of course, and so we're going to have a total of 78 million. So last year we spent 93.2 million on our car. This year we have significantly less to spend here. So we're going to have to play this a little bit tactically. We can't go for the same supplies as last time, and our car will, factually speaking, be worse off, I think, this year. But obviously, we're playing the long-term game, and also we're going for a bit of a reboot, a bit of a refresh of what the team is all about. So let's see what we can do here. In terms of base stats, 88 plus would be, again, the V8 Turbo like we had last year. So obviously... that's a big goal for the next best thing, which is going to be probably 69, the V6 Turbo. But also at the same time, that's a lot of money saved. That's a lot of money saved. So I'm tempted. I'm tempted by the V6 Turbo, Right, so this is what we're going to go with. In the end, we have to go with the V6 Turbo. It's just a bit too expensive. The V8 Turbo, if we went with it again, we'd have to really compromise on fuel, material, and brakes, and it's just not worth it. I'd rather have a little bit of a lesser engine and have not everything else be an absolute, just -1 kind of part almost. So we're going to go for the V6 Turbo. Costs 36.6. 69 plus base stat. It's not the 88, but is the next best thing in this list. Fuel supplier will go once again with Golf. Very strong, very strong. Material supplier, Dallara again. Very strong, very strong. Brake supplier, going for Magneti Mirelli. Very strong, very strong. 75.6 million, so just about within budget. Obviously cheaper than last year, but we lose that base stat, so we're losing what's that, like 19 base stat we're losing there. Hopefully that's not too much of a knock-on. We'll have to see, but it's what we're going to go with, what we have to kind of go with here. Because if I go up to that, that's going to be too much for us. 93 million like we did last year. But in a way, I'm excited by it. It's going to be a new challenge. Definitely going to be a much more challenging season, I think. And I think you guys are going to enjoy that as well. So 75.6 million. Not going to have a lot to work with at the beginning of the season in terms of money. But like I said, I'm raring to go. It's going to be a fun challenge, I think. This brand new era of Alfa Romeo here in our Motorsport Manager for Season 6. So that's our car. That's the season set up then. And so we're moving through. Looks like we've got... wait, what was that? We've got some news there in the driver market. Barrichello joins Williams. A deal estimated to be 4.1 million. So is that to replace Lynn, maybe? And then Ekstrom might retire. So has anything changed anywhere else? I don't think so. No, just Williams maybe has changed. I suspect he's probably replaced Lynn. No. Oh my god, they've got rid of Hamilton. What? Where did Hamilton go? Barrichello and they've got Hacklander, the German, 34. Lynn's reserve driver now, apparently. Where did Hamilton go? Where's Lewis Hamilton gone? Is he unemployed? No? It says he's still there, but he's not. Where's he gone? Right, we need to suss it out. Let's move forward a few weeks. Where on earth is he gone? No, there we go. Hamilton is unemployed. It's just glitching a little bit, but Hamilton is unemployed. This is crazy. The dominant, like you guys, if you've been following the series for long, you know how dominant Hamilton's been in this entire series. At the moment, at the age of 36, he is unemployed. Okay, that's really odd. Obviously, I could, funny enough, try and approach him, but he's going to cost way too much there. Wages are important to me. He's going to be asking for like 2 million plus, so that's a note from me, dog. But it'd be very interesting to see what team signs up, maybe. But anyway, we've got a tyre trade-off here. So, plus tyre heating plus 1, minus tyre wear. At the moment, our car is 5-star in each, so we don't need to do anything, so no impacts there. The only thing we need to hopefully improve is fuel efficiency and improvability, but we've got no email on that quite yet, so we'll move on there and see. I don't know. I would like to think at some point Hamilton's going to get snapped up. We've got a few emails there as we go towards pre-season, so let's pause this for now. Cockpit, what's that? The cockpit announces partnership with Antonio Giovinazzi. Okay, what's this? Doing fast food commercials. Plus 50 marketability. Okay, so does that improve our overall marketability? How's that looking now? Sponsors. 88%. Wow, good on, Giovinazzi. Good on. He's actually got way more marketability than Kimi Raikkonen now, so 88%. That's good. So maybe a little bit better on the sponsor front then. But still, no email on anyone signing Hamilton yet. I'll be shocked if he's actually remaining unemployed for this entire season. Although, to be fair, remember when we dumped Nico Rosberg, he stayed unemployed as a world champion for a year before he's been re-signed now by his old team Mercedes. So it wouldn't be a complete surprise. But McLaren now improve their design center. Of course, we've got our design center on the build as well. We're, investing long term into our factory. Here we go now. We've got the livery design for 2021. So we've got all new driver lineup, all new car, a very different kind of feel and vibe to the team. I think I'm going to design a very different looking livery. Obviously, we're still going to have the Red Bull sponsorship, I feel, because we've still got Red Bull for this entire season near enough. 12 races. I think it's a what is it, a 15 race calendar or something like that? Yeah, 15 races. So we have Red Bull for a lot of this season. So I will have Red Bull on the car like we have right now, up until the point where Red Bull maybe leave us on the car. Because I like to keep up this kind of almost little story charade that Red Bull have bought us out and they're kind of the main sponsor on the car. So let's design that livery then and try and go for something a little bit different. I think some of you guys were saying I should go for a white livery maybe. It's like a fresh start and have maybe like a actual Red Bull on the side to kind of really emphasize how much Red Bull are pumping money into this. Because to be fair, now that we're a little bit of a poor team, we're very, very poor. Technically, Red Bull are the only team and company pumping money into our car, so it would kind of make sense in a way. Right, there we have it, our new livery, a very, very different livery. We've got them for red and white. The Red Bull sponsoring is quite prominent on the white livery. We've still got the Alfa Romeo red as the red though, but, like I said, in keeping with the fact that we're a poorer team now and Red Bull are pumping in most of our money into the team, we'll go for this one. Yeah, I like the look of it. Obviously, a few sponsors here and there don't match up a little bit, but that's just the kind of case with the modding, really. But, yeah, I like it. It almost looks like, to be honest, it looks like the Red Bull Stratos sort of feel. I'm getting like a Red Bull Stratos kind of vibe. If you don't know what that is, that's like that program that Red Bull did, where they sent the guy up into space to kind of do that. I can't remember his name. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember his name, but Felix Baumgartner, I think, and he did that jump there, and they did the Stratos program, and it's kind of got that feel to it almost. So yeah, no, I like it. It does feel refreshing to see this kind of livery compared to all the red that we had recently. So yeah, a new look for a new team. Right, pre-season testing starting out, so this weekend we get to see what our car's like, and we've got a brake supply breakthrough apparently. Tyre heating +1, it's going to cost us 2.5 million though to add that onto the car. Tyre heating, we've got 5 stars, don't need to worry about that, so don't need to spend that money, it's fine. If it was improvability or fuel efficiency, I would have maybe said yes, but here we go then. Pre-season begins, pre-season testing, let's see how it goes then. Start testing, hopefully, for morale's sake. It's going to be a good testing session to keep morale high. At the moment, Raikkonen's got an issue there. or his morale's just gone down for some reason. Giovinazzi has an issue of overheating. We got an oil leak for Kimi. That was what put him down. But now, actually, to be fair, these two are now happier. Kimi a little bit worse where both of them may be having more issues. Overheating, oil leak still again. But then, ooh, okay, so overall, both of them have a -16 on morale. So, little bit of teething issues there, overheating and oil leaks. 17th and 20th only. I don't know, obviously, if that means much. Leclerc, our old boy, is up in second place in the Ferrari. Rosberg, our old boy. Two of our old drivers are now 1-2. It really does come full circle, doesn't it? We've got our old driver, Giovinazzi, from Season 1 back in the team. And our older drivers are out there in the world at the moment on top of the session in pre-season. But we don't know quite yet. Our car is still apparently about midway through of the grid. So that's still pretty promising. And also now, we should start doing improvability, of course, on the reliability. So let's do the engines, gearbox, and the suspension. Those are always the worst ones. So we'll do all of that. I guess we could do a little bit of performance work, but obviously it doesn't really matter. It won't really affect things too much. But where is our car lacking at the moment? I would say rear wing still, to be honest. So improve the rear wing, and then I'll go full 30 still. So there'll be like a little bit of improvement on performance, but not too much. Right, male-wise, what are we saying? Targets for the 2021 season, either first place or third. I can't lie, we're going to have to say third place. There is no hope in hell. I'm actually aiming for first and being confident about that. So in the fear of getting fired from Alfa Romeo, I'm going to go third place there. So that's going to be 3 million per race. So finances wise, we should get, I don't know, 2.6 and some little bit on top, maybe. I don't know what the finances are they gonna change, or is that it? We're gonna get 2.6 million per race. That's not too bad, actually. That's a steady stream of income, all thanks to obviously our great sponsors. Obviously though, we might lose some money if we don't get those targets, because remember, we've still got Esso. And I think also AT&T, maybe? Or who is it? Is it TW? Who's the one that has a Target sponsor? I think it's Tag Heuer. Yeah, Tag Heuer and Esso. They both have the Target sponsors. So we might lose some money in that perspective. But I don't think there's much else to do apart from travel to Sydney then. I'm still baffled how Hamilton is seemingly looking like he's unemployed. It says Williams still, but he is indeed unemployed in reality. Very, very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. So the dominant man is actually just relaxing and having a bit of a holiday. Maybe he's bringing out another Tommy Hilfiger collection of clothes, maybe. That's what he's doing. He's focusing on his streetwear fashion range. So, makes sense, makes sense. I would too if you won that many championships. May as well relax and indulge in some other hobbies. But, right, we may as well go for Esso. Both are 7th or above. 7th place. I'm not going to lie, guys. 7th place may be a struggle. Let's see. I'm really keeping my feet on the ground for how bad this could be. So, let's see. But now, look at this. 6 tyre choices. 6 tyre choices remaining here. Oh, boy. Tyre wear's high. So, we need 1 tyre for qualifying, because there's only 1 shot quali, pretty much. So, I'll take a minimum of 4 softs. We'll take 3... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. 3 softs, 2 mediums that we might use in the race. Oh boy, this is really a new era, isn't it? This is really tricky. I'm excited by this. I'm very excited by this, part fitting wise. Right, let's see. Obviously, Raikkonen's that little bit better, so I'll give him the better parts just about. So I'll give him the better engine. Gio can have the better brakes. I'll give Raikkonen the better front wing. Better gearbox to Raikkonen, better rear wing to Gio, and better suspension to Gio. So we got 1, 2, 3 for Gio, 1, 2, 3 for Raikkonen. So it works out half and half there. Raikkonen's only content though, so is there anything I can switch maybe? I mean, suspension's not too bad there. There we go. Switch suspension, both of them are happy. That's good. That's fine by me. They're both happy in the car. That's cool. Right, on to a rainy practice. So, and we got a dry quali and then a wet race maybe. This is going to be a very interesting first round. Right, a wet practice then. Looks like it's going to be raining over you a little bit, though, and it might get dry, actually. So, Raikkonen and Gio then. 16 feedback, 15. Actually, quite surprised that Gio has better feedback than Raikkonen. Actually, no, wait. Why am I surprised? That makes sense. Kimi's not a very talkative person. Right, anyway, let's get into this. I'm a little bit of rain, so to be honest, I might just sit out and wait until that dry period. Or I might just send them out quickly for 1 run, I don't know. I'm going to send both of them quickly out then for 1 little lap on the Inters, just so we can get some tyre. Not get some tyre, get some actual setup knowledge in, but look at that. Only 9 choices. That is so difficult. I mean, even I think that's difficult, let alone for the AI maybe, who in the past have had some very odd strategies of like using way too many tires than they need to. But there's our brand new white and red cars. Actually, from a distance, they look really nice. Like from nearby, obviously you can see the kind of glitching with the sponsors, but from far out, which is usually obviously most of the time you'll be seeing the car, is far out like this. It actually looks really nice, white and red. I really like that. I really rate that. Right, let's bring them in then on this lap and just see how the setup is on this initial run, and then we'll wait till the rain can die down, and we'll see what we can do then in terms of knowledge. But he's ooh, good start there for Kimi. 1 excellent and 2 greats. I'm liking this. I'm liking 95%. What do you know? Good start there for Kimi Räikkönen. You can just chill out then, mate. Let's see what Gio's like coming in. Ooh, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, pretty decent setup. First guess. Right, send Gio out for 1 more lap to get this setup done, and we're going to send Räikkönen now as the track goes damp onto a set of, well, the tyre weight's high, so I'm going to guess that we are going to maybe need a set of mediums. So, yeah, I'll use 1 set only of mediums, and we have only 1 then for the race. It's a longer race though as well though, so do I use a set of softs? Oh, this is so tricky now. What do I go with? I reckon if it's a longer race, maybe a 2-stop's the better option than a 1-stop. And then, so in theory, we go for maybe 2 sets of soft tyres. Because if it's like a 31 lap race on average, so I don't know how long Melbourne or Sydney will be. But if it's like 12, 24... then you have 1 set of these that go 11, so you have 25, 35. So 2-stop might actually work out. So you know what? Let's go soft, and let's put a gamble on it being a more aggressive strategy here at Sydney. And let's not try the 1-stop, because I think with a longer race time, the 1-stop won't be as easy now. In my mind, at least. I don't know. Some of you probably are screaming at me saying, no, just still do the 1-stop. But anyway, we'll send them out on softs, and I'll let them do their thing now, since they both got a decent setup, and hoping that, you know, with 16 and 15 feedback, they can still get a decent amount of knowledge. It might be a case of, like the olden days in Season 1 and 2, we're only getting maybe level 2 on the knowledge rather than level 3. You know, long gone are the days of having Nico Rosberg and Verstappen and a good Leclerc to actually get the knowledge. Right, 12 minutes to go, and we have actually got level 3 in race trim there, so looking good. We've only got level 2, though, on soft, so the actual tyre knowledge took a lot longer to get, and we've not got long left until the rain comes again. So I'm going to quickly do a lap in on the super soft tyres, trying to get knowledge on the super softs for qualifying, because qualifying should be dry tomorrow. So unfortunately, might have to abandon getting level 3 on the soft tyres, which is going to be painful for the race maybe, but it's going to be worth it to have a better grid slot maybe. So let's go for it, because we've only got 1 shot in quali tomorrow. So let's do this. At least get level 1, or yeah, just even level 1 on quali trim in super softs will be better than nothing for that very difficult short quali session coming up. Right, it's starting to rain again, so I have to bring them in. They're not going to get much knowledge here, so we've got only level 2. And, oh, actually, wait, hang on. You know what? Cancel Gio. Keep going, Gio. Keep going. No, he's brought in. Yeah, no, he's, okay, right. Is he going to get level 2? He won't get any knowledge on super softs. He'll get qualifying trim. So, you know what? I'll send Kimi out back on those inters. But I'll do quali trim. So, we're only going to have level 1 on super softs, but at least I'll get level 2 on quali trim, at least, by sending them out like this and doing the runs. We'll get level 1 on intermediates at least, but it's now full wet tyre conditions, but we're still going strong on quali trim, getting to level 3 actually. So we might actually be looking good for the actual quali and race, you know, the setups in terms of the trims. We're looking good. The actual tyre knowledge though is very weak. We've only got level 1 on supers, level 2 softs, level 2 on inters actually. So I don't know. Part of me is now kind of hoping that the whole race is a lot of inters, because we have some decent knowledge there. But practice ends then. We end up P2 and P4 actually, to my surprise. I don't expect us to be that high up in quali though tomorrow, and I've never really paid too much solace into practice there. Vettel, I want to have a look at these standings. So Rosberg and Merck in 3rd place. Where is our old man Leclerc? Where is he in the Ferrari? 11th place only with Ferrari. Ocon in P6, Vettel and the Saubers in P17, Gasly P19. Who else? Renault looking pretty strong. Camus Kobayashi 7th. Hulkenberg 9th. Ooh, Red Bull dropped Sainz. Verschoor is a main driver. Sainz has been dropped by Red Bull. It's Verschoor and Bottas in the Red Bull Racing seats. Wow, okay, fair play for sure. Being promoted to the main seat. Okay, well done, well done. Toro Rosso, how are they doing? Lance Stroll, Hartley there. I mean, obviously they did quite well, actually, surprisingly, last season. Still very odd not to see Lewis Hamilton there, but... And also Dan Ricciardo, and also Fernando Alonso, but there you go. Okay, on to qualifying. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. It's raining. It's raining at the start here, so it was a very good idea. I actually got Inter's knowledge, maybe, because it is raining, heavy rain. Wow. Okay, the indicator lied to us, and the rain bled over from practice. Okay, I guess we'll go for Inter's and quali trim then. Yeah, I don't see that drying up enough, to be honest, to go to maybe... Actually, wait, hang on. 4 minutes there. At 4 minutes, it's looking like it's going all the way down to dry, you know? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna risk it with Gio. I'm gonna go super softs, and we're gonna see how this works out there. With Kimi, I'll play a bit safer, but here we go. Start quali. I'll send both of them straight out there on Inter's runs, because the rain's only going up and up and up. Go, go, go. There's only 7 minutes as well in this session, or I just forgot as well. Okay, go, 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 go. Auto, auto, no time to waste. How's this going to work out? This is really a short qualifying session, isn't it? Jesus. Okay, it's full wet weather now, and I'm on Inters. A lot of other people are on Inters as well. I think this might be a big mistake. This might be a big mistake, and to be honest, it's getting dry now. I might call Gio in. I might call him in, because we can't do a whole lap and then come out again, can we? I don't think we can. I'm going to bring Gio in. Raikkonen stays out on purple. I mean, obviously he's setting purple because there's nothing else to do. Do I bring both of them in or one of them? I'm bringing both of them in. I'll bring both of them in. It's dries. It's dries. We'll go faster in the dries. Right, get ready, boys, because we need to, as soon as it goes dry, we need to send you guys out. Right, there we go. It's all dry. It's all dry. Right, pause. It's a 1:28 lap time. I'm going to send Kimi out now in clean air, hopefully, on that set of super soft tires. Go, 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 my man. And he's got a lot of clean air. We're going to wait a little bit for Gio. We're going to wait for the track grip to go up a little bit, as much as we can risk it. Now I'm going to send him out. Supers, go, go, go. All right, he's got clean air as well. Good stuff. Right, Kimi, where are you? Okay, good amount of clean air here. Good amount of clean air. So he's going to start his flying lap. Perfect and overheated. Okay, Vishu at the moment's on pole, on Inters. Everyone set their times in the wet, but now everyone has one final blast maybe at dry tyres. So, actually, I thought wrong maybe. It's maybe not a one-shot quali. It's just a very pressurised two-lap kind of quali where you can't waste time waiting in the garage. But here we go then. Perfect and overheated for Gio. Raikkonen goes purple. This is looking good, but remember, everyone else is also setting time, so I'm not going to bank into it. But here we go then with Raikkonen across the line. It's provisional pole. Where is Gio in all this? He's gone green, but there goes Bottas then in pole. The man who is the reigning world champion. Remember, he won it ahead of Verstappen. Raikkonen still ahead, though, of the likes of Stroll. Vettel still there. Gio comes through. What's it going to be for Giovinazzi across the line? And he goes P4. It's a great lap there, and look at that. A lot of the grid couldn't go out there. We've got the Merc, Force India, Leclerc and the Ferrari didn't go out again. He set a time on full wets. Rosberg set a time on full wets. Ocon, both Ferraris mistakenly went out on full wets and didn't come in again. So the weather has helped us massively. It's helped Sebastian Vettel, Hartley and Gasly. The two Saubers are in the top 7 here on merit because of the weather. The McLarens are P8 and P11. It's a crazy first qualifying session, and a lot of the top guys got caught out there by not going out again. Look at that. That's very intriguing. Nearly half the grid did not set a time on those dry tyres. The pressurised shorter qualifying has already come into clutch and has already caused mayhem this season. I'm loving it. Right, race time. We're P4 and P2 on the grid. Not expected, because we clearly got helped out by the rain there. There's going to be some rain this race potentially as well. So, let's see how this goes. At the moment, it's saying we should start on the super softs, but I'm kind of not agreeing with that, because if we look at the grid, we've got a lot of people starting on dries, but I think, like, everyone's starting on dries. Okay, should we just... Okay, we may as well start on dries because everyone else is doing it, but I feel like we could go into straight away, but then they burn up so fast then. Now, we'll start on dries because it is too dry at the moment, but it's going to start raining immediately. If it's going to be inters a lot of the race, because then it goes to dry at lap 9, lap 10. So what do we do? Obviously race trim. Inters or softs? Inters or softs? I'm going to go with... soft tyre. I'm going to bank on it drying up and being dry for the rest of the race, and then we can go softs. If not, the soft tyre can at least take us from lap 10 to, you know, the next inter period, hopefully. So, yeah, I'll go soft and race trim. Car setup's all fine. Driver strategy is cool. How many laps have we actually got this race? 26 laps. 26 laps. So I don't know. I don't even remember how many laps we did in Australia last year. I don't know if it's been if it's a shorter race or a longer one. I literally can't remember how the rules changes have affected everything. But anyway, I think we're going to go backwards here, honestly. But here we go then to 5 red lights. It's a new era in F1, new era for the team, and we're underway for the Australian Grand Prix. It's a good start there for Raikkonen. Not a great one for GIOVINAZZI. Is Sebastian Vettel in the Sauber. He's up into 3rd. He's up into 2nd. Vettel leads the Australian Grand Prix in a Sauber car. That is insane. What? Raikkonen's in P4. Gio's down in P6. We're getting swamped. Yanni's around the outside, but Raikkonen fights back against the Toro Rosso car of Lance Stroll. We've got a Red Bull and a Mercedes in the top 7. The rest of the cars are all Toro Rossos and Saubers and Alfa Romeos. This is crazy. As Raikkonen now overtakes Bottas. The rain is coming down. Do we go for one more lap? Do I risk it for a chocolate biscuit? I think we do. I think we go for one more lap here and risk it. And Raikkonen now closes up on Vettel. It's Raikkonen v Vettel. How do you like that? And Raikkonen is going to go side by side with his old teammate Sebastian Vettel. Round that side, Vettel defends very well though. In the Sauber, he still leads. GIOVINAZZI in 4th place, trying to overtake Valtteri Bottas, who's struggling at the moment on soft tyres there. He's chosen the more conservative strategy, and it's not working out for him. We've overtaken Vettel then. We're up into 1st. This is great. But now, wet period time? I think it's time. I think it's time for inters. Is Vettel going to come in? Not yet, apparently. Not yet. I think we're all good to stay out, maybe, you know. I think everyone's thinking about staying out. Is Vettel coming in? No. Bottas coming in? No. Stroll? No. None of these guys are coming in. I think we're all staying out, you know. I think the track's damp, but not damp enough for the intermediate. So, looks like we're continuing on. Okay, let's go a little bit conservative then and try and protect this. Alright, GIOVINAZZI's closing up on Sebastian Vettel. Obviously, Vettel, remember, is in a Sauber car. So, our car should be on paper even better than Vettel. So, even with Gio, we should be able to close up and overtake him maybe. I'm just shocked at the moment at the pace of some of the top guys here at the moment. I don't know if they've got issues. Leclerc, to be fair, is already up into P10 in that Ferrari of his. But now we've got onto lap 4. And yeah, it looks like even with the rain increasing, all of us are just staying out on dry tyres. I'm waiting for someone to go on to inters and pull the trigger here, but it's just not happening at the moment. Well, I'm going to start saving some fuel with GIOVINAZZI and also Raikkonen. So we might be a little bit susceptible to Valtteri Bottas there in P4, but I need to start saving some fuel. And also the tyre wear is not amazing, and if we are all staying out, I need to start protecting these tyres as well. So let's go conservative, try and protect this. But at the moment, yeah, I think all of us, no one's going on inters. I'm surprised, because that does look like enough water on that map to say that it's time for inters, but no, clearly not. Right, Bottas has just overtaken GIOVINAZZI then. We're down to P4 as the pace is dropping off, and look at that, Leclerc is making a charge. He's up into P7 now of the Grand Prix in his Ferrari car from what was, you know, low down in P whatever it was, like 17 or whatever. So the top cars are eventually making their way through, including Bottas there has finally overtaken GIOVINAZZI. We've got Stroll behind us in the Toro Rosso. I'm hoping we can keep ahead of him. We've now got a decent amount of tyre heating, so let's go back to neutral then. And we're just saving this fuel as best we can. Looks like Gio and Raikkonen are quite well matched on fuel saving. Right, 2.7 the gap is to Vettel. And the rain is not letting up right now, but okay, look, we've gone 7 laps. We've got another 7 on super softs. We could make it to lap 13, where then it's definitely time for inters then. Or we go right now on soft tyres and go harder and push them harder. I think we'll do that. We're going to go attacking and overtake mode. Attacking and overtake mode. We'll bring them in on the same lap here. Looks like the Mercs are also going on super soft, so going to come in and double stack them if we can. But hopefully there's enough of a gap between Gio and Raikkonen to do this. So we're going to come in super soft. We don't have another set to burn, but we should be good to get to that rain period on intermediates for sure. So fast pit stop. Yeah, let's go for it. We've got obviously a fresh pit crew. That's fine. Pit in, super softs, fast pit strategy. Let's go. Right, Kimi's in. Let's hopefully have this timed correctly. Right, Raikkonen comes in. There's Gio. Get out. There we go. Well timed. Nice stuff, lads. Nice stuff. Right, pushing. Stay ahead of that 4th place of Gasly. We just get ahead of Gasly in the Sauber there with Raikkonen. We're going to go neutral and pushing there. I want to save the fuel again because we're still, we're minus 70 on fuel with Gio there. So it looks like he burns a lot more fuel than Raikkonen when he goes pushing. But we'll try and attack a little bit. Leclerc now is up in P2, but his tyres are dead. So we are going to catch him pretty rapidly, but he's going to come in on this lap then. Bottas at the moment leads the way. Interesting. Right, let's see how this works as we come through. Leclerc's in. Bottas stays out though, so we're up into P2. We're still behind Vettel with GIOVINAZZI, but hopefully he can catch him up now. Right, Bottas is going to pit now on lap 12. He's going to come in for a set of worn super softs. So there you go. That is what the 9 compounder tyres does for you now. Sometimes you're going to have to go onto worn set of tyres. And Bottas is on very worn set of tyres now, out the pits. Vettel up into second place, ahead of Bottas. And I'm hoping us there in P4, if Vettel can hold up Bottas, we could try and overtake Bottas then and try and get back ahead into P3. But that's what's going to happen this year with the 9 set of tyres. Not only me, but the AI, we're going to have to really tactically think about the tyres now and what we're choosing throughout the entire race weekend. But in a very big dry period right now, but then that's 100%. That's actually enough for inters now. The first bit of rain was not. That second bit is definitely intermediates to the end of the Grand Prix. So we're looking very good. Very, very good. Right, sit rep. We've got a lot of people coming onto inters. Vettel goes early onto inters. He also used worn inters, which is weird. Leclerc's in P4 now, and he's how many is that? 6 seconds behind us. Ooh, the 2 former teammates. I think Leclerc's probably going to catch Gio eventually in this race, so that Ferrari is very, very rapid. But the moment now, since they've gone inters, do I risk it or can I go one more lap? No, I can't. I think we have to come in this lap because yeah, the rain comes down way too fast the next lap. So fast in. And Gio, going to have to double stack again, my man. But hopefully it's not an issue. A fast pit stop, good. The only thing is I need to also worry about is reliability. Front wing's looking a little bit iffy. And also a little bit of everything for Gio's looking a little bit iffy. But anyway, Raikkonen's in. I think Bottas will come in with us, or will he stay out? He comes in with us. Okay, yeah, everyone's going on to inters now. Right, in. Good pit stop, no mistake, nice. And Gio won't get held up there. Good stuff. And we've also got a bit of fuel to burn as well. Let's go. Gio, good pit stop as well, no mistakes. Got a bit of fuel to burn as well. Let's go. So we're going neutral and high. At the moment, still 1-3. Vettel still in P4. I don't know what it is about Vettel, the Sauber in Australia, but he's on for another good result. Stroll and the Toro Rosso in P5, holding back Rosberg. But there you go. Finally, the top guys are coming back into play after their demise in qualifying. Rosberg in the Mercedes, P6. Leclerc in P7 in the Ferrari. Yanni, P8 in the other Merc. And then you got Vistura in the Red Bull in P9. Obviously, Bottas is already ahead of us in P2 there in the Red Bull car. So the top teams are coming back into this race slowly. But it's now to the end of the Grand Prix on inters. It's all about trying to save these tyres and get them to the end of the race. Because how long do inters go for? 15 laps. We've got about 15 laps to go. So let's watch. Well, actually, we don't. We have 10 laps to go. But if we're pushing a little bit, it's going to be close. Right, sit rep with 6 laps to go. 2.8 is the gap. I don't know if Bottas is pushing or not. Now he is. So that gap might go down. So at the moment, Kimi's still first, but that gap is closing now. 2.8 to 2.6 in one sector there. Gio, his tyres are a little bit cooked. We need to go neutral there. For now, he's ahead of Vettel still by quite some way. 10 seconds, but Vettel is being caught by Rosberg, who's being caught by Leclerc. So that's going to be interesting to see if Vettel, for his sake, can keep P4. I'm hoping, though, with the 10 seconds to Vettel, we can get P3 with Gio. It's really if we can keep Bottas at bay, because the gap is now 2.4, 2.3. This will be close, I think, between the two Finns. Right, we've got 4 laps remaining. 2.5 the gap is, but now I'm running out of fuel to burn on Raikkonen. We don't have any more fuel in excess. We're going to have to go neutral soon. And if Bottas has fuel in reserve, which it looks like he does, he might be coming at us quite rapidly soon enough. So let's watch this out. And Gio doesn't have enough fuel now. We need to go medium for him. Also, let's just watch that a little bit and go conservative. And now Kimi's not good, so we need to go neutral. He improved by 0.4 though, so I'm keeping hope. 2.7 still, so it's not plummeting to sub 2 seconds yet. So with about 4 laps to go now, including this one, we still could do this. I'm still holding on a lot of hope here, because Vettel's also somehow still in P4 ahead of Rosberg and Leclerc. So anything crazy. The first race is always quite crazy. I mean, you remember last season how crazy it was. So let's see how this goes then. Come on, Kimi, come on. Okay, we've got a front wing condition low here with Raikkonen. We've saved a lot of fuel though. It seems like our car is very fuel efficient. I go medium for 1 lap and they save a hell of a lot of the fuel. So that's really good to see. But both of them now have got front wing issues. It's red, which means at any point it could break. Please don't. Come on, we've got 2 laps remaining. We've got a decent amount of fuel. We've got the tyre wear. Come on, please, racing gods, please. Let's go, let's go. Vettel pits. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, no. Sebastian. Vettel had to pit from P4. He's now only P10 in the Sauber. It's a Sauber 1011, but oh, come on, Vettel. You could have got P4 there, mate, if you just about managed to eke out ahead of Rosberg and Leclerc, who Leclerc is still pressurising Rosberg quite a lot. It looks like a lot of us have some mechanical issues. Rosberg with a mechanical issue. Gio with 1. Does Bottas have a mechanical issue? No, he doesn't. The gap's 2.9 now. So even with the front wing issue, because we've got the fuel to burn, and I don't think Bottas has. Bottas does not. Well, Bottas is going high as well. Here we go, though. Last sector. I think we're going to do this, lads. I think we're going to do this against all odds. Obviously, you got helped out massively by the qualifying here. And we got a retirement there from Hacklander there in 24th place. But here we go. It is going to be around the final bend. The Iceman is on top. RAIKKONEN wins again in Formula 1 with Alfa Romeo first place. GIOVINAZZI gets 3rd place. It's a good homecoming for the Italian back to the junior Italian team. It's a 1-3. Bottas, the reigning world champion, gets P2. But that is a very unexpected first place there at this first race. But obviously, I thank my lucky stars to the rain this weekend. Helped us out a lot. But you got to say, Leclerc and Rosberg, you know, they were down in, you know, what was it, P20, P18 at the start. They've climbed all the way back up into P4, P5. So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think, this season. As well as Bottas, of course. So GG's to them. But okay. Okay, I thought it was going to be I was ready for a disappointing start. I can't lie. I was ready for like a P11, P10 kind of race, but I think I just realized why our car was very fuel efficient, because technically we've got the V6 turbo in our car. We don't have the V8 turbo anymore. I don't know if that's modeled in the game, but technically a V6 turbo, just like in real life, is more fuel efficient than the V8 naturally aspirated one ever was. I don't know about if a V8 turbo is made. It would be any better fuel-wise than the V6 one. But in real life, at least, the current V6s we have are way more fuel efficient. So maybe that's why we were good on fuel there. And if so, that might come in to benefit us way more than I ever thought it could do, you know. So let's watch out for that. But, okay, very, very good start to this new season here. Like I said, so do smash the like button, guys, for 1st and 3rd, and the return to winning ways for Kimi Räikkönen. If only that's going to be the way it starts off for him in real life with Alfa Romeo Sauber, but let's see. But constructors-wise then, Sauber P5 start off very, very well. Obviously, Merc and Ferrari have some catching up to do, but like I said, with that quali, which really caught everyone out there, we benefited a lot, to be honest. And then it was just about keeping the race under control, really. Which, obviously, you guys know, I'm pretty good at controlling a race. I'm not great at maybe changing how a race is going to outcome. When it's like the way it's going, I can stick with it. If it's not going the way I want it to, I find it difficult to make it go the way I want it to in a way. We got a new unlock there, Engine Expert for Kimi. We've got 3.2 in the bank. Much needed funding there for our car, to be honest. But that's going to round out a first episode then here in the Season 6 of our Alfa Romeo Motorsport Manager Career Mode, guys. If you, like I said, if you did enjoy, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been Alva. I hope you enjoyed today. Goodbye.